a wealthy and devout man from Uz, faced unimaginable trials that tested his faith. Satan argued to God that Job's righteousness was merely due to his blessings. God allowed Satan to test Job, but not take his life. Job lost his wealth, his children, and his health, yet his faith remained steadfast. Job's life was a series of devastating blows, each one more severe than the last. He received news that his sheep, servants, and 10 children had all perished. Despite his immense grief, Job did not curse God. Instead, he mourned deeply, tearing his clothes and shaving his head, yet continued to praise God. Satan, persistent in his challenge, was granted another opportunity to test Job. This time, Job was afflicted with painful sores. Overwhelmed by his suffering, Job cursed the day he was born. He questioned the meaning of life and the fairness of his suffering. Job wondered why the wicked seemed to prosper while he, a righteous man, suffered greatly. Despite his despair, he sought to understand God's will and remained committed to his faith. Job's suffering reached a point where he felt utterly abandoned. He desired a direct conversation with God to plead his case. Surprisingly, God answered Job's prayers, speaking to him out of a storm. God's response was both humbling and enlightening. He reminded Job of the vastness of his creation and the limits of human understanding. God asked Job if he could perform the same mighty works as him. Job, feeling small and unworthy, acknowledged his limitations. He admitted he had spoken out of ignorance. God's words made Job realize the grandeur of divine wisdom and the futility of questioning God's plans. Job repented for his previous outbursts, understanding that God's ways are beyond human comprehension. God continued to speak to Job, shifting the focus to the marvels of his creatures. He described the Behemoth, a magnificent beast created by God. This creature, with its immense strength and size, symbolized the power and mystery of God's creation. The Behemoth's description in the Bible emphasizes its indomitable nature and the awe it inspires. Its bones are like tubes of bronze, and its limbs like bars of iron. God delighted in detailing the Behemoth's grandeur, asking Job if he could match such a creation. The comparison made Job realize the futility of questioning God's actions. Job understood that just as he couldn't control the Behemoth, he couldn't fully grasp God's divine plan. The identity of the Behemoth has long intrigued scholars and theologians. Some suggest it might be a hippopotamus, known for its enormous size and strength. Others argue it could be an elephant, given its formidable presence. Both animals were well known in biblical times and symbolized immense power. The debate continues, but the essence of the Behemoth remains, a testament to God's unparalleled creativity. The Behemoth, whether hippo or elephant, serves as a reminder of humanity's place in creation. Its description in the book of Job highlights the vastness of God's wisdom and the complexity of his creations. This awe-inspiring creature reinforces the message that God's ways are beyond our understanding. Throughout history, the Behemoth has been a symbol of strength and mystery. It represents the awe-inspiring aspects of God's creation that humans cannot fully comprehend. The Behemoth's depiction in the Bible serves to remind us of the power and majesty of God's work. Job's story, intertwined with the Behemoth, teaches valuable lessons about faith and humility. It shows that even in the face of immense suffering, faith can remain unshaken. Job's perseverance and eventual understanding highlight the importance of trusting in God's wisdom. The story encourages us to maintain our faith, even when we face trials and tribulations. It reminds us that God's plans are greater than our understanding, and His creation is filled with wonders. In the end, Job's faith was rewarded. God restored his fortunes, giving him twice as much as he had before. Job's story is one of unwavering faith, immense trials, and ultimate redemption. It teaches us that no matter how dire our circumstances, God's love and wisdom prevail. The Behemoth serves as a powerful metaphor for the trials we face and the strength we can find in faith. Just as Job learned to trust in God's plan, we too can find solace in our faith. The story of Job and the Behemoth inspires us to remain steadfast and trust in God's greater plan. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, God is with us, guiding us through life's challenges. Let us take comfort in our faith and the knowledge that God's wisdom and love are infinite.